Yeah.
So how much was that an influence for you guys growing up, having that?
I think that was everything.
I think that's
Yeah.
the basis of everything. Yeah.
Because we first of all, growing up, we actually were on TV in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got the acting skills from there. But also, luckily, we were able to be in a household that was very like pretty relaxed in terms of like comedy or like what.
Yeah.
So our sense of humor kind of built off from our parents and the media that we consumed and
They just watch a lot of cartoons too.
cartoons.
A lot of 90s cartoons too.
Yeah, a lot of 90s.
Where
like,
they just don't give a fuck.
yeah,
It was the best time, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think even between the two of us, and that's where even our content spawned from, is our day to day. We're always saying weird stuff, like just not even. I wouldn't even say like just for the fun of it, you know, because like it's there's I feel like it's kind of like that little spice of life. Because we were talking about this last week or earlier this week. Where like even when we're upset, we make jokes.
You might define it. Yeah, I'm the same, dude.
Yeah.
Like even at a funeral, I'm like
Yeah.
nervous. I'm just like, but you have to,
especially when you're not supposed to.
Yeah, but you have to, because if you don't find the funny in everything in life, I don't think you're really living life. And it's the best psychiatrist you could ever have internally, right? If you always just look for the funny in every situation, then it's
absolutely
it's never as bad.
The thing that also helps us is that we don't take ourselves too seriously either, which is pretty much what spawned.
It's very clear when we're being serious and when we're joking. But even when we're being serious, somebody's always going to say something on the side that's like, okay, but shut up.
I can imagine you're like me. Like whenever like I'm trying to be serious, I'll say it in a way that's a joke, but there's always truth in jest, right? So like, if the person thinks about it for a minute, he'll be like, oh yeah, maybe he was trying to tell me something here.
I mean, even if you go back all the way to like you said, we had a pretty stable like household and everything was very light. But there are a lot of times where like we're getting scolded, for example, and we're like, and our dad is like, "Am I a joke to you?" And he's like, "I'm sorry." And then that's something that like we've picked up on is like the switch of like being in a very funny situation and then going like completely serious out of nowhere is in itself funny.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of the stuff that we do even in the if videos as well.
Yeah.
Because that's the entire point of the if videos was he's saying ridiculous stuff, but he's dressed seriously.
Being so serious, stoic, you know, like stone faced.
No, I get it, but you know what annoys me the most about your work, both of you? It's so stupid, it's so smart, bro. Like no, but even the stuff that you're saying is stupid and you want it to sound stupid, if you actually break it down, you're making total sense. Like you actually are.
We recorded something not too long ago where he said something and we literally stopped and we were like, can we get away with that? Does that actually make sense?
No, but most of it does make sense. And it depends how you're looking at it. And I'm always just like, touche. Like, when I watch you guys' stuff, I'm just like, yeah. And sometimes I overthink it and I think, oh no, this one's just for me. It's a message saying only the smart ones like me will actually get how deep this actually is.
Some of them are like that, actually. Some of them are like that. Some of them are very layered like that.
Yeah.
And there's obviously like there's continuity, there's callbacks and stuff like that. So if you're watching it, you got you.
We're trying to, in fact, the current like plan now for the content is to kind of expand in a way where we're still doing the if thing, but also like we're expanding on the characters per se, of the two people in the podcast. So we've even been considering making like an actual long form podcast, but like it's still a spoof. So we've been playing with that idea. So.
But this is the thing. That's the beautiful thing about comedy and content. It's limitless.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I told Win, like I want to start doing podcasts as him where we pretend to be people from history.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But we actually talk like we're them of what they would have thought.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you got Gandhi and Hitler sitting there having a podcast and they're they're just talking normally how we'd be talking. And it's like, would they really think like that and go through everyone kind of thing? And ask different questions. Yeah. Well, now we have more characters coming into it.
Yeah, you can have guests.
One thing I think is a great one, and we can take it out if you want. That's just me thinking that my comedy is so high that you're going to use what I'm saying. But the if guy, just arguments with him and his wife, where you set it up with a woman, a real woman. I don't know, as opposed to what we were going to say instead, where she'd be trying to have serious conversations with you, but you'd be like,
basically, yeah,
like, I just show him in different parts of life.
Yeah.
So outside of that, like, you know, that he gets stopped by the police and they're asking for his license, and he's like, if
because the current thing we have going on is where, like, to call back to the thing that we're talking about at the beginning, a lot of people like call us dumb. So the one that we played on was, he was like, okay, where we actually made a video, he was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions to prove that you're not dumb. And then I basically gave the wrong answer to everything.
Yeah.
But but it was like, it was not wrong. It was like if you
it's
think
not
about
the answer you're looking
my
for.
same point that I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
So we want to do more stuff like that. Yeah, definitely.
100%. One thing I do love about you guys is your dynamic together, and it's a beautiful thing because it goes further than the content. Your brothers at the end of the day, and it must be a beautiful thing to do something with your brother and more meaningful.
Yeah, it really is, because we've been trying to do content for like almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
So it just stuck in September because I think like I said, we were in the industry in Nigeria, so we kind of had this I guess passion,
drive,
talent, drive, and just like it's like an on and off switch, you know. It's just natural for us. And I've noticed that even when I work with other people, it's not as easy as for me to work with him, because there was a time we were recording together and we were doing a bit, and everybody in the room did not recognize that we were doing a bit, and they interrupted us and we were like, guys, no, we're playing. And they're like, oh, you started? We're like, yeah, like they just. So I think definitely, the dynamic is something special, like big time. We've been kind of waiting and pushing for it to be this way, and we're happy. We're happy with the direction that it's going. Definitely.
And that's what people don't realize about this thing. Is like everyone sees you guys and, you know, podcasts like mine and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna do it and it's gonna be great.
Yeah. They see the wins.
Sometimes I'm like, dude, for 4 years, for 4 years, I was telling my wife, just trust me on this one. Like, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Like, before it really started making money.
Yeah.
I think. She was like, yeah, it's cool and everything. Yeah, you're meeting celebrities, and yeah, you've got celebrity friends and all that, but you know what I mean?
Same thing with
school fees are coming up. Like, do you know what I mean? And you know the school fees here, like I'm sending them to NASA as far as I'm concerned for what I'm paying. Come back and tell me that, hey, I learned this new song. I'm like, motherfucker, you better tell me exactly what happens when you split an atom. Like, I don't care if you're 7, but I want to know the theory of relativity, because I've just spent 2 million dirhams for the last 2 years of being in school. But it takes so long. Like even someone like Simon, 13 years is when it really kind of started going off. And I don't think they see it. You do get the lucky outliers who might do it quick, but I don't think people realize what it takes.
Yeah, big time.
Right?